Hey there, I'm back, and just wanted to let you know that I didn't actually do a video yesterday. I was just trying to get my own headspace. I was out and about. I had things to do anyway, but it's good to be preoccupied. Read a couple of comments. I just want to really, it's both comments which were like kind of polar opposite. Were it's still good to be told that I'm an idiot. I'm a numpty. I've got myself to blame and I shouldn't, feel self-pity or indulge in, the feeling of defeat. And I get that. And the other comment was, just it's good to know that I'm not in this boat alone. And I know I'm not. I know it's a massive issue in the world, but it's to know that there's, somebody else out there who has gone through and come out the other end from the gambling thing, then that's really, really cool. But I took both of the comments on board. I've the first two comments I've ever had on my channel, so I need to respect them equally and do something about it. And the reason why I think the one comment mentioned, sort of I guess just I can't exactly remember exactly what the comment said, but it was essentially why tell us about it kind of thing. Well, I mean, the thing is, I have another two YouTube channels, so this was one channel I never used. I originally started out with two channels, which was this one and another one, and I intended to use both of them equally, but what inevitably happened was I got very involved with the other channel and built that one, and then I did have actually another channel as well, which again was a sort of a spare channel where I just plonk any old videos on, and I've developed that one a little bit more as well. So I'm used to actually putting videos out. It's my way of expressing sometimes what I feel about things. And I don't want to give you the exact nature of the other two channels, but they're not about me. It's about something, about an interest. And if you ever find those channels, it would be because it's an interest of yours, and you'll say, oh, I've seen that person before. And so I wanted to keep this channel and those two separately. But yeah, the case in point is that if I'm not talking on YouTube, I would probably be talking to strangers in the street, and which can be as cathartic as talking to a camera, because no one's answering you back, no one's interrupting you, no one's talking over you. And obviously strangers in the street might have something to say, but it's just good to talk. And I think generally with strangers they're more willing to listen. I think with friends they know you well enough to have thoughts about your patterns of behaviour and thinking and stuff like that. So there's a lot of interjections, and so essentially to say this is why I decided to do a daily vlog. And I did start before Friday, but Friday was a catalyst really for me to think, I've really got to effing well sort myself out. And if getting into a routine of making daily videos is going to help me, then that's what I'm going to do. And it takes up 5 minutes of my time, 5 minutes of my time where I'm not unnecessarily out doing some damage to my my bank account. And so this brings me on to the next thing, which is progress and momentum. So obviously momentum being that I'm not just going to stop at doing a few videos. I mean, I feel better and I disappear. I'm going to carry on doing these videos and let people know exactly what I'm doing to preoccupy my time, to try and alleviate some of the temptations of the bookmakers. And the other thing is, I want to sort of progress, and I think I don't want to sort of dream about the top of a mountain before I've even put my shoes on. If I'm going on a 100-mile walk, I kind of need to get dressed first. And I think that's the problem a lot of people make with when they have ideas, that the enormity of the destination eclipses it basically stops. You actually wanted to begin, because it just seems too much of an enormous journey. It seems like a dream, but every dream can start small, can't it? And I just want to do things. There's things I want to do. There's things. A friend said to me at home, have you painted that banister yet in your house? And I said, shut up, I'm gonna do it. And he says, gamblers don't finish jobs. And that has stuck with me, for the last 9 years. It was about 9 years ago that he said that. Died shortly after. Bless him. He's a popular guy, but yeah, he died shortly after. So I should take on little things like that and just remind myself that that is a possibility. And I mean, not all people. I mean, I think if I'm, because I'm on my own, I'm very much only driven by myself. So things generally don't get done. But I do have like a sort of long-term plan for my home. I'm actually recording from a friend's flat right now, so this isn't my home. But I do have like some plans for my home, which I want to do and which I haven't done because I've been out gambling. So and yeah, I don't want this channel to be all about gambling, but I think I know my character, and I know that I'll have some entertainment along the way if I'm trying out new things and doing stuff and testing myself a little bit. So it's and believe it or not, I'm not just like a miserable old sod who's fallen on bad times with addiction. There is an element about me that people do actually love. But sadly, the gambling, it kind of takes a shine off your character, takes a shine off. It kind of closes you down a little bit, and you don't always kind of think about what people are actually talking to you about at the time when they're talking, and so you're kind of a little bit closed off, and it's not really me. And when I'm at work, I put on a bit of a face, to be honest, and so I'm a lot more kind of entertaining, believe it or not, at work than I am right now, making this video. But obviously I'm in a lighter mood today, and like I said in the previous video, that's scary in itself, because I should be what do they call it, self-flagellation, in the old days where they used to hit themselves with a plank of wood for 30 days and 30 nights or something. I should be doing that, but it's good. I did actually, like I said, I did block any cards from being used in bookmakers or any gambling. And on Saturday I did quickly put that to the test, just to make sure that was the case. And I think that knowledge alone now means that if I walk into a bookmaker's and I've got £30 in my pocket, I know that if I spend that £30 and I lose that £30, then I ain't got no, then that's it, it's gone. So in the past I've gone in there and I've put some money in, and then I've put some off my card, and it's a bit of a snowball effect after that. But now that's no longer a possibility, so I'm really happy about that. It's good. It's it's kind of putting a little plug in the hole in the bottom of a ship, bottom of a boat, and now it's a case of just bailing the water out of the boat while it's plugged, and then kind of reinforce that hole so that it doesn't leak again. So that's it really. That's all I wanted to talk about. But thanks for both of your comments, and it meant a lot to me. You might have, the one comment might have not been meant in that manner. Might have just been somebody trying to put me down. But like I said, I've got other YouTube channels. I'm a little bit like Teflon. As long as you don't say anything offensive, which will probably it won't be me that removes your comment. It will be YouTube that removes your comment. And sadly, that's the thing about free speech. I don't mind actually people that make negative comments, because that's their prerogative. That's what's on their mind. If that's what makes them happy, then they should do that. But in these days, with especially now, which is a subject I will maybe talk about at a later stage, is worrying times for free speech and very Orwellian stuff going on. in the UK that people in America literally just cannot believe, and it's beginning to feel like North Korea. But so yeah, things that you say on YouTube, if they get removed, it's sometimes because algorithms pick them up and they remove them. It's not because I've removed them. So just bear that in mind. I'll never remove anything. Obviously, if you know me and you used to give out my address, then I would probably remove that straight away. But anything else, it's it's fair game, I say. But it's not really down to me. It'll be down to YouTube. So, folks, take care. Have a great day. Don't get too burnt today because it's like literally going to be about in the central UK. It's going to be about 32 degrees or something, and sudden heat can catch a lot of people out. They strip off, and and then for the next 3 days they walk around like lobsters. And I've never been sunburnt in my life, but I've had friends who have. So just be careful what you do today out in the sun. It's quite a deceptive sun at most times. It's a cruel sun, if you like. My word, I'm starting to sound like slightly Shakespearean, but that's it. Anyway, just take care. Have a wonderful day.